Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. And we are here to preview the game between Crystal Palace and Chelsea. Before we do that, we'll do a little bit of talk in regards to just some stuff I found on Twitter, a little bit of transfer talk, delve into the game, do our preferred lineups, talk about the potential of team lineups, who potentially could be in or out in terms of injuries. Tuchel, I know, is going live as well. So in between that, I will get a better picture of who is available for the team to play against Palace tomorrow. All of that coming your way soon. Make sure you smash that like button. Smash it. Subscribe if you're new to GNA TV. We're on our road to 4.5k subscribers. And I think we're about 10 away from 4.4. So if you're new, subscribe to the channel. I am wearing the new kit. Hope you like it. Nice badge there. I've also got the UCL badge as well, for us winning it that way around. So the UCL badge, the beautiful golden badge came today. I'm fucking ecstatic. I've got that one, got this one, I've got the two behind me as well. Yeah, man, and life is good. Life is good. But before we move forward, you know what time it is. Let's cue that intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. Big up, everyone. It's a windy day in London. Not going to lie, my fence outside, the back of it's already bent in. So that means we're going to have to be outside trying to sort that out. So, yeah, got that. Still really windy out there, so waiting for the wind to potentially blow over as well. But, yeah, how are you all doing, guys? How are you all doing? Let me know where you are, whether it's the UK or out of this country. Have you got this type of weather? Are you suffering from the winds that we are currently at the moment? Let me know in the chat. It'd be good to know who's here. Over 30 of you guys here already, so make sure we hit that like as well. We're going to go through some stuff, a little bit of transfers, talk about the Palace game, the heads-to-heads, the team lineups, and then we open up them lines, as always, for the panel. The panel will be coming on a bit later on as well to have discussions for tomorrow's game. Chelsea back in the Premier League. Need to find form. Need to build up form. Liverpool are now 7 points away from us at the moment. Like we need to be on point, on form, ready to go. Before we move forward, let's go through the chat. Let's see what everyone's saying in the chat. RD, you always leave me a comment before I go live. He says he's obviously a Pulisic stan. He says broke Messi's record in Champions League and youngest CFC player to score a hat-trick. He's talking about Christian Pulisic. Bro, you keep saying start respecting. I don't not like Pulisic. He's one player I actually quite stick up for quite a lot, to be fair. I do think he's been inconsistent recently, but at the same time, I do think we need to see more of him in his position. So, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Big up to Gavman in the chat. Happy Friday to you, my guy. I hope you are well as well. Anopa, how are we feeling for this match? Confident, quietly confident, ready to go. Like I said, we need to hit form. We need to get back into things. There's a potential that Reece James might be back as well. Fully fit squad, barring Ben Chilwell and Mason Mount, who we'll be talking about a bit later as well. Come on, Pulisic is what we've got here. Concierge says, big up. Hope you're good, bro, with the weather in London. Stay safe. Thank you. I actually haven't left today. I've literally just stayed in. Not going anywhere. Literally not going anywhere. Andre, big up to you, bro. Thank you for this. Yeah, it's nice. I think it's quite nice, actually. I thought the badge was quite wonky, but it sits quite nice on the shirt. And like I said, I've also got the UCL badge as well for the win against Man City. So it goes with this. Two badges here at the same time, and the foundation's sponsored there as well. So it's quite a fitted out shirt with all these badges, etc. I've been waiting for this. I have literally been waiting for this badge for so long. This is a badge that I've been wanting for my football club for so long. I don't actually like this shirt. I genuinely don't like it. But then to not buy it in the kit that we actually officially won it on doesn't make sense. Have to buy it in the kit that we won it on. Do you know what I mean? And it was this kit that we did it in. But yeah, big up everyone. Big up. Thank you, Andre. Big up to you, Vinny, as well. Thank you. Breed, nice to see you in the house, man. Been a long time. Best thing to the match tomorrow is that Conan's not going to play. That's true. Conor Gallagher cannot play against Chelsea. Conor Gallagher cannot do that. It's not allowed. It's on loan. Can't play against your mutual team, bruv. So it is what it is. They're going to be missing him. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you. Yeah, I bet it's beautiful in Norway, mate. It's definitely not beautiful here. RD says he's from Harrow, London. Wind is destroying his garden at the moment. Nathaniel's in the house as well. Big up to you, bro. I hope you are well. Untaken Susie says, big up to you. Where did you get your Chelsea shirt from? I've got it from Chelsea, bro. I've got it. I ordered it. It took a while to come, but it's come. It's come. And I'm happy. Happy I got it. Did you see the story? Tuchel wanting to build around a Lukaku Havertz partnership? Yeah. And I don't mind it. I kind of like hear it at the same time as well. So for me, you know, if that's what we're going to do moving forward, and maybe Mount, obviously, when he gets back, is forced into that as well, then why not? Why not have a Havertz-Lukaku partnership and just see how they do, how they work together? You know, I think Lukaku does need someone next to him. I think he needs that partnership. You know, he needs to build up that chemistry. I don't think maybe him playing as a lone striker and having the two works, hence why Tuchel's probably maybe looking at playing more of a two up front. So we'll have to see what happens. Big up to Nathaniel in the house as well, bro. Hope you are well, my guy. Jem, how did you get the gold badge printed? I ordered it on the Chelsea website, guys. I did mention it to someone else earlier, and I told them to go online, but apparently they've sold out on the badges. You can't officially get any more of these, but pretty sure that they will get it sorted soon. I should have made up a lie and just say, yeah, Thiago Silva gave it to me, you know? Thiago Silva. No, I'm joking. No, I bought the new shirt. And I've got it printed, and I picked this and I picked that. I put the UCL badge on it and I put that on it as well. So bit of both, man. Bit of both. Noah, big up to you, my guy. I hope you are well. I did watch the PSG game. Pretty impressive. Not going to lie. Pretty impressive. Enzo says, hit the like button. Let's make it a must, guys. Thank you, Enzo. Big up to you, my guy. Thank you for tuning in as well. Yeah, please hit the likes. Yeah, you know how we are here, what we need to do. Let's get it to 50 likes minimum, and then we work our way to the 100. But over 50 of you here already. Big up to everyone. Angel, big up to you as well. Big up to Josh in the house as well. Thank you, Breed. That kit is oozing champions. It is, isn't it? It's just so like packed, Josh. It's packed with everything. You know, I love it. Absolutely love it. I don't like the shirt, but with these badges on it, yeah, it's got to be done, man. It's got to be done. But you know what? You could either have this and not have that, or vice versa. But I thought, if I'm going to get this, and this is beautiful, don't get me wrong, this is what I wanted the most. Why not have that as well? To win that allows you to play for this. Do you know what I mean? So why not? Why not, man? You see. Fucking hell, can you imagine? I'll throw it back in his face. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Big up to you now. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Over 50 of you here. We are going to talk Palace and Chelsea in a bit, but I want to just do a little bit of Twitter talk before we go into that game. We're going to start with this, and it relates to obviously me wearing this kit as well. Chelsea are the last English club to win the European major trophies: Champions League, Club World Cup, Europa League, Super Cup. Now, then it just says English dominance. Now, I never actually thought of it like that, but that is true. We have, however, they have worded it wrong. We have dominated Europe, but it should also be world, because the Club World Cup is obviously the world competition, and then obviously these are the European. So they've actually worded that wrong. It should actually say last English club to dominate or win European and World Cup trophies. Major trophies are Chelsea. And when you look at what Thomas Tuchel has done in such a short frame of time, 3 of them trophies being him, and obviously, the win with Sarri as well. So, it's mad thing, it's a mad thing, but it's great because we keep making history. And there we go, little salty Neeks talking about English domination. Last English club to win the domestic major trophies, Premier League, FA Cup. We're talking about European and world, and this guy's talking about England. It's just salty Man United fans. It's just salty Arsenal fans. It's just salty Liverpool fans, I keep saying it to people. We are 5th in the world elite of winning every competition that we've possibly been in. There's not any more competitions that Chelsea could possibly be in. We're number 5. Man United, Ajax, Bayern Munich, Juventus, Chelsea. No Liverpool. No Spurs. No, so I say Spurs. Fuck Spurs. No Liverpool. No Barcelona. No Real Madrid. None of the most decorated teams in European football. AC Milan. Inter Milan. None of them, bruv. None of them. Yes, keep me updated, guys. If you do go over there and listen to the press conference, keep me in tune as well. I want to know specifically who he says is out, who is fit. Come back to me as well if you do that as well. Let me know. Where's your FA Cup major trophy badge? We didn't win the FA Cup. We didn't win the FA Cup, Josh, did we? Conference League. Tuchel Conference. Yes, I know, guys. I know. We move on to the next little bit of talk, and it goes into transfers. A little bit of transfers before we go into the game. It's always good to just update. And we're going to talk about Rudiger, because Rudiger has apparently, supposedly, after what Matt Law said, has been offered 170,000 a week to stay at Chelsea. I still don't think that's going to be enough, not only for him, but obviously his agent's going to be pushing for more. I think to keep Rudiger at Chelsea, it's going to cost around that 200k region. There were talks about him wanting around 225k a week. I don't see Chelsea doing that, but I do see Chelsea trying to close the gap to the 200k. If this is a fresh offer of 170, I don't see them Rudiger negotiating it. I do find it a bit of a waste of time. But the one thing I will say to you guys, and I will continue saying this to you, it is recycled news. We have been thrown back and forwards like a yo-yo, starting from November or December when it's all kicked off about Chelsea not, having problems with contracts, not only with Rudiger, but Christensen and Aspie as well. This will keep swinging round and roundabouts. And that's why I keep saying to people, if you're going to listen to these tier ones or whatever, listen to them. That's cool. But don't take it as gospel, because even themselves throw one thing out and then completely a month later, something else new comes out. So do I think we're going to learn much more about Antonio Rudiger anytime soon? No. I do think that Chelsea, as a football club, will be doing things in the backgrounds. Will be maybe negotiating with agents and etc. You heard Rudiger also say in his conference that he feels that other people need to just agree on whatever they need to agree on, as if to say, like, obviously you know where he stands, but the agents, the club, whatever, need to sort their bits out. That is going to drag out, I'm telling you now, till the end of this season. People need to understand that. Till the end of this season. Not anytime soon. It will not be anytime soon. And that's what I'm saying to people. Don't take it as sacred. Listen to it. Take it in. But don't have a hissy fit about it. Because it's not in word. It's not gospel. And for me, the Rudiger scenario will go on until the end of the season. You won't hear any more than maybe till near the end of the season. This one. Do I think he'll stay? Depends on Chelsea. Depends on what Chelsea do. If Chelsea then look to offer him what he wants or where he thinks he needs to be, then maybe. But other than that, I don't see us, I don't see us doing anything anytime soon. But Chelsea need to negotiate. Chelsea need to get close to that 200 mark. Chelsea need to try and knuckle him down from that aspect. But we'll have to see what happens with the Rudiger saga a bit later on. Big up the Sports Wire in the house as well. Rudy is blue is what Breedy's saying. Rudiger World Tour is almost over. Matthew says Rudiger has to stay. If his performance is like for another 4 years, he'll be a Chelsea legend, help us win more trophies. And the bigger thing of this all is that if he does stay at Chelsea, it's Tuchel needs to stay at Chelsea, because it is Tuchel that is getting the best out of people like Rudiger. What we don't want as a football club is to do what we've been doing for the last 15, 20 years, even though we've been successful. Moving on managers, bringing in new managers, new identity, new systems, new styles of football. These are all things that can maybe change and impact the mentality, the performances of these players. And that's what I'm saying. You get rid of Tuchel and you bring in, I don't know, Simeone, for example. He's not playing a back three. He will want to play a back four, for example, or a back five. I don't know. So I'm just saying it's different. It's horses for courses. It's completely different. Mindsets, and that's why I say keeping Tuchel is more important than maybe keeping all of your players. But from Rudiger's instance, it's important that we keep both. Rudiger stays, it's important that Tuchel stays. Rudiger goes, it's still important that Tuchel stays, because then we need Tuchel to identify the player that he wants to bring in that maybe not as good as Rudiger, but he can work with to maybe elevate and grow as we move forward in our project, you know? Because we want to stay up there. We don't want to decline. We don't want to get to there and then go like that, and then go like that, and then go like that, and then go like that. So we will see. He deserves 200k a week captaincy, to be honest, is what Craig Davis is saying. Rudiger has played in a back four under Surrey and 8 times this year so far and done well, though. It's what Matthew feels. And that's, again, it's horses for courses. It's people have different opinions on what they think works and don't work as well. So let's move on from Rudiger, because I don't want to get stuck on him for too long. We're going to talk about the comment from, again, William C, STFC News Report, saying that Chelsea see Armando Broja as a part of their future. They're not willing to sell him. I never thought they would do anyway. It never crossed my mind to think that a Broja would be sold to Southampton. If I was Broja, yeah, I'm getting the game time. But if I've got the opportunity to play for a team like Chelsea and compete in all 4 competitions and develop with very good players, I would go and play with them. It's still a very young squad, especially when you look at our forward line. All right, barring Lukaku and Ziyech, you know, everyone else is still quite young. Cho, Pulisic, Mount, Havertz. You know, he could come in and develop along with them. Will he get as much game time than what he did at Southampton? No, he won't. Should he? Well, if his performances are there, yeah. Do I think Tuchel will play him more? I think we have a bit of a thing with Lukaku, to the point of that if he doesn't perform, I'm not saying he won't, but if he doesn't perform to the standards that we need, and he's going to stay another season, I'm telling you now, we're not getting rid of him after 1 season, and it continues going into next season. It's one of them things where, you know, you've got £100 million striker who's out of form, losing value. What do you do? You know, and even if Broja's banging in the goals, maybe Tuchel makes that decision to switch him and for the sake of the football club and play Broja. I don't know. But do I think Broja's ready at this point? I think he's still got a lot to improve on in terms of his overall development. I watched him against Man United, and I thought he was pretty good. Don't get me wrong. The only thing that he lacked, I think, is his finishing in front of goal. You know, especially in that game, he had that moment when he beat Maguire and he got through, and he tried to just dink it with the outside of his foot, and it completely, like, they're the moments that when you're in a bigger team, you need to take, because we criticise the likes of Werner, Lukaku in them moments. So we need players to improve in them individual moments. If you can do that, then by all means, in terms of his attributes and everything about him, he has it all. He has it all, and he can definitely become an asset to this football club in the future. 100%. 101%. RD says Choney used to go on loan. Hope Armando stays. I think he will. I think Chelsea would be stupid to be getting rid of him now. It makes no sense for me personally for Chelsea to go, right, see you later. Do you know what I mean? Broja clear of Tim's is what Moose is saying as well. We have to see. It's going to be interesting as well. Right, before we get into the Palace game, one more quick little tweet, and it's a little bit in regards to team news. I know Thomas Tuchel's live right now, and he's already talking about maybe the likes of this individual and where he is at the current moment. Guys, if you're over there watching it, please let me know in the chat when you come back. What are the updates? Is Reece James ready and fit and ready to go? You know, is there people, we know Mason Mount and Chilwell are out, but is there anyone else out, or is everyone else fit? In terms of this comment from Simon Phillips, recuperation of Reece James may be complete this weekend or next week by the latest. I do think we're pushing to keep Reece James ready for the final against Liverpool. He will have to have minutes before that. We have not only Palace, but we have Lille to play. And I think we may have one more game, maybe not. It might just be the 2 games before we play Liverpool next weekend on Sunday. So a lot of football to be played. And I think he has to get minutes. And if he doesn't start tomorrow against Palace, and we do end up playing Aspie, then I expect him to at least get 20 minutes, 25 minutes if he's ready to go. And, he's training with the boys. We need to get his minutes in. We need to build him up. We need to get him ready. He should be fresh. Should be, he just needs that match fitness. Get him in them and then look to start him against Lille. Put him through his paces. Give him 65 minutes if we can. Take him off, throw Aspie on. And then he's ready for the final. For me personally, a young player like Reece James will only need 65 minutes. And it may be another 20-odd minutes then. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with him as well. Guys, get them likes up, please. We have only got 26 likes, and it's over 70 of you here. Let's get them likes up. Let's close the gap to that 50 likes. While you're watching me, just click the button, subscribe if you're new as well. We're only, I think, 10 away from hitting the magic 4.4k as well. But I need to get them likes up. Need to get that over and close to 50. Please do so if you haven't already. Big up to Nick Blue in the house as well. Hope you're well, my man. Chelsea fan, nice to see you. Josh says hopefully Reece gets a few minutes in the Crystal Palace game. I think he needs to. If he's going to play against Liverpool next Sunday, then he needs the minutes. And he's only going to get the minutes in the Palace game and the Lille game. And I think he needs to start the Lille game and get 20 minutes against Palace, or even 25 minutes, depending on where he is, personally. But we'll see. We miss Reece so much. I feel we fell at a level when he got injured. We have missed him. You know, I keep telling you, he has all the attributes, whether going forward, defending, going forward, creating, scoring goals. You know, there's a lot to his game than what people actually, you know, look at him and say he's well done for. When you look at rivals, they always question mark his defensive capability, or they say it's the system. But when you look at his overall game, if you look at his overall game and how he plays the game, he is by far, for me, the most well-equipped fullback in English football. He is the most well-equipped. Going forward, he creates. He scores goals. He defends. Trent is a great offensive player with the ball at his feet, creating, yes. But he is definitely nowhere near the level of Reece James in terms of scoring goals. Reece James scores goals. Trent doesn't. Defensively, Reece James is, again, a better defender than Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think Trent is a great player, and I don't want to sit here and dig him out because I think he is very, very, very good. But at the same time, he's not on the level. Overall ability, shall I say, his overall ability is not on the same level as Reece James, personally. So I have to see how he gets back. Big up to Daddy Tuchel. Over 100 of you here, guys. Let's get them likes up. I'm going to be opening up the lines as soon as well. Panel to come in, give me their thoughts and opinions. We're going to do the lineup soon as well. Talk a little bit about the Palace game next. Reece going to be the big name after bullying Trent and Robertson in the final. Breed, I hope so, bro. I genuinely do hope so that is the case. We'll have to see what happens. Thank you, Leslie. Again, it's not bad, is it? It's not bad. It's not a bad kit, you know. I'll show you give you a little swing. I've got the Champions League badge there, and I've got the badge on here. And yeah, man, it's nice. It's nice. It's comfortable. Yeah. I've wanted it for so long, man. I've wanted it for so long. Reece is going to be big name. Yeah, we've said that. Injured Reece James is still better defender than Trent Alexander-Arnold, is what Musa thinks as well. And from that, we are going to talk Palace now. And we're going to talk about this game. And it's a big game for Chelsea because 7 points. Is it now 10 points? I need to look at the league, actually. Let me have a quick look at the league as well while I look at this Prem table. Are we 7 points behind Liverpool, or are we 10 points? I think it's 7. We are 7 points, 49, 51, 2. Yeah, we're 7 points behind Liverpool on the same amount of games. So even though Chelsea have been out for the Club World Cup, teams have been able to manage to catch him up in terms of games played because we were ahead of people at the time. Big game. Hakim Ziyech is on the front. Wouldn't surprise me if he starts. It's usually a telling tale that when they place a player on the front, that they usually end up starting. So Hakim Ziyech may start this game. If he does, I don't blame him. It's a big game, and it's not a ground that's been easy for Chelsea. You know, Chelsea in the past, I went to a Palace and Chelsea game where we lost 2-1, and Zaha got it down the left and he fucking dribbled around. I think it was Aspie, actually. He scored. It was like in the 60th minute, banged it into the bottom corner and they won. I was actually in the Palace end. Made me feel sick. I got taken on a business meet and they were like, oh, we'll go and watch Chelsea. And I was like, I'm a Chelsea fan. That's perfect. He was like, yeah, Chelsea versus Palace. It's on us. We've got tickets. Got there. I thought we were sitting on the Chelsea side. The guys walked into the Palace home side. So I'm sitting there while Chelsea are playing Palace, yeah, shouting the names, like not singing, but moaning at the Chelsea players. And the Palace fans are turning around looking at me like, fuck's he sitting here for? Like, he's definitely not a Palace fan. Do you know what I mean? And they scored and they're all jumping up and down. And I'm just sitting there like this. And they're all looking at me like, this guy is definitely not, he's definitely not a Thingy fan. Some guy did ask me behind. He went, you must be Chelsea. And I didn't say anything. I didn't want to cause a bit of a stir, But yeah, no, that it's not been an easy pitch for Chelsea playing in the past. We have won our last 3 games at Selhurst as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how Chelsea move forward. But in terms of the match briefing, we can do that quickly. We can do that. Let's do it. Big up to Bex. I can see her. I'm going to come to her in a second. Just getting this up. She says, oh my gosh, Jem, that got the gold badge. Yes, I have. And I've not only got the gold badge, I've got the UEFA Champions League badge as well, Bex. So, bang, bang. What are you saying? Let's go. Big up to DJ Sajay. Big up to RDX as well. They were lost there in 4 games, to be honest. Is it 4? I thought it was 3. I thought it was for the last 3 games. Yes, Nick Bloom. My fences have literally tore apart, bro. They've snapped in half. Literally snapped in half at the back. Not good. Anyway, briefing. Palace. People, if you're watching the Tuchel press conference, let me know in the chat. Any news updates on the squad, who's in, who's out, who's available, who's not. Whatever there is that I need to know, please let me know in the chat. Right. In regards to Chelsea's trip, little bit of background on this. Blah, 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 blah. So hard to trying to fly through this quickly, so I don't want to bore you to death. The West Londoners have won 9 of their past 11 league visits to Selhurst Pass, including the 3 most recent and the last 8 against the Glazers home and away. So out of the 11, we've won 9. And the 2 games that we did lose, one of them I was there. Typical, isn't it? That must just be bad luck, man. I'm not joking. Must be bad luck. In terms of team news, still talking about this game. The staff and the squad have had a rare clear week to prepare for the trip to Palace, and with the return of the Champions League in midweek, another final next weekend, we may see a few tweaks to the starting 11. Palace may play more pragmatically than usual on Saturday, yet to score more than twice in their top flight this year. They've not scored more than 2 goals, and we'll need to create and take our chances. Kai Havertz started both games and could retain his place in the squad with that beautiful goal that's allowed me to wear this shirt and have this pretty badge on it. The downside of Abu Dhabi, and there was a downside, is that Mason Mount, who's our highest goal involvements in the squad, is currently at a doubt for next week's Carabao Cup final, is what we've been told as well. We're hoping that he might make it, but he hasn't. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who didn't travel to Abu Dhabi, could be available as well to face his former club. Reece James, who was responsible for 5 goals and 6 assists as a wing-back, may be complete either this weekend or next. Ben Chilwell is only our long-term side liner. That's what we've got at the moment. In terms of honours, so what we've won since Roman Abramovich has come in, we're on 21 honours, on the same as Manchester United already, with 16 for Man City and 11 for Arsenal. In terms of the Eagles, they will be missing. They will be having back Koyate, Zaha, who are off at the AFCON as well. They'll be back James Tompkins and James MacArthur as well. So they will have a lot of people return, not only from injury, from AFCON as well. Conor Gallagher, one player that will not be able to play due to obviously the loan agreement between us and Palace, will not feature in this game, which is a big miss for them because he's been very good. He's a man on fire, a man with a point to prove in many ways as well. Yeah, and that's that, guys. That is pretty much it in terms of that. What are people saying in the chat? Let's go through the chat a bit, see what it's saying. Let me delete this. We're going to go through the team lineup soon. I want to know if there's any other team news. Do they make them with the stars? That's a good point, you know. Have they stopped making the stars for the Champions League? Because why have I not got even one on there? Should have one, shouldn't we? Have they stopped making the stars and doing the badges now? But that don't make no sense, does it? That's a good point. I didn't even think of that, you know. Good point, Couch. I was in the Arsenal for Aspie's first goal for Chelsea. I know how you feel, is what Craig Davis is saying. Simon McCready saying, I have one fence panel down, new one ordered already, just see. So I beat the rush. Simon, my whole back fence is down, bro. It's literally dropped. It's literally dropped. Oh, my roofing is gone, is what Nick is saying. Blimey now. Has it not started yet? Has it not started? I want to have a look, actually. Has it not started? It should have started well ages ago. Why is it not started? I wanted to do... I hate this. Come on, Tuchel. What are you doing? Come on, Tuchel. What are you doing? I want to do my lineups. Oh, he's there. He's there. Yeah, he started. He started, man. He started. What are you talking about, man? He started. Big TT in the house, man. Big up to TT, man. Yeah, he started. 19 years and 21 trophies, what Matthew's saying. Gallagher out. 100-mile-an-hour wins plus wins in London today. I know, RDX. I am in London at the moment as we speak. Got a bottle up Zaha and Edouard. Yes, Zaha, you know, every time he's come up against Reece James, he's had a bit of a problem. Reece James has just bullied him, to be honest. But yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. I know Rudiger. I know you're waiting, Nick. I think we all are, to be honest. I hope he does. He can get the kit with the stars, but it says Champions 21 on the back. Why do they do that? I don't know why they do that, Josh, to be honest. Everyone's fence is going, bro. Everyone's fence is dropping like flies. It's live. Cool. The trampoline has knocked my fence down. Blimmin' hell, bro. Blimmin' hell. It's going off here. Strong wins. Lukaku must be doing step overs. So that got me. That got me, man. Fuck, that was a good one. Strong wins. Lukaku must be doing step overs somewhere. Oh my god. Morning, Gem and chat. Big up to David in the house as well. Guys, we are going to be doing the team lineup. That is the next thing on the thing. We're going to open up the lines as well and allow the panel in. All right, Josh. As you've messaged me and you're the only one, we'll do it together and then we open the lines. I've dropped you a message, my man. I dropped you a message. Right. Oh, there's a. I'm just looking at a video on. Oh man, no, don't do that. Chloe, if you're in the chat, why would you send me that? Especially when I'm live. Big up, Josh. What's happening, my man?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. I'm enjoying this shirt, as you can see, the nice golden badge.
Yeah, man, it looks great.
ECL as well, you know, it is what it is. So, someone's actually ruined me. I just opened up a blimming comment online and it's played that stupid porno fucking noise. Ruined me, man. Ruined me on GNA TV. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? That ain't even funny.
Leave him alone, folks.
Everyone's laughing. Did you still hear that? Fuck's sake. They heard it. Look, fuck. Shit. That was quite funny. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, we moved. Josh, Chelsea, Palace. Obviously, I haven't actually spoke about it in depth yet. We will do that before we actually do the lineups, actually.
Yeah.
Obviously, in terms of, yeah, Chloe, you tell Chloe in the chat, yeah? I'm live. I can't tell at the moment. You tell her in the group chat, yeah? Do not ever send me something like that again for me to click into it. I nearly shared it as well. And you see that stupid noise. That ain't even funny. Yeah, they don't. It's gone. So in terms of this talk quickly. In terms of the game, so we were on the back of winning the CWC. It looks like we might have everyone fit. Reece James could potentially be available for this team as well. If he isn't, we still should have a good enough squad to get the job done. But in terms of up against this Palace team, obviously no Conor Gallagher's a big miss for them from that instance. So how would you set up and what do you think Chelsea need to do? Do you think we just need to play how we always play? Just take it to them, make it hard, don't give them time. Because I feel like when you look at Palace as a team, they have individual players that could potentially hurt us if we give them the respect and the time on the ball. But yeah, what's your thoughts on the game?
Yeah. I mean, they definitely have one or two individuals who could have a moment, something like that. Yeah, I know it's probably unpopular. I'd like to see us be forward to back and attack, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I don't think they're, we played them earlier in the year and pretty much dominated the game as much as you could dominate a game.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some of that, but I still would like to see forward to back because I think then you can get more attacking guys on the pitch. You can get, you can have Romelu and Kai up top. You can have Ziyech and Pulisic kind of playing wide. You can have a strong defense. You can just have your two guys in the pivot sort of, run the show in front of those four. I think it just gives us a bit more dynamicism whatever when you have those additional attackers on the pitch, especially in a game like this.
Yeah. Let me send it to Nick as well, because Nick asked me for it last night, and I said, no, let me get it over to him. 2 seconds. Yeah, I agree. I do think it's not going to be straightforward. I think coming back from such a beautiful, hot country and then into this crap where you're getting blown left, right, and centre, it's going to be a tough game. And if the wind continues tomorrow, that could play a part in how Chelsea play, how they move the ball, etc. However, we should still have enough. And if we're going to beat this Palace team, it's just, I agree, we've got to take it to them.
Yeah, we've had a bit of rest too, which is nice. It's not like, we're coming right off that game. We've had pretty much a full week to either rest and train or kind of like, get our bodies right for this game. It's I'm not going to give them too many excuses for this game. They've had basically a full week in between games, which is rare for us this season. So they're going to get a little less leeway with me if they don't show up for this game, just because I do think that rest time, they've shown this season when they've had that rest time that they can be, a real threat coming off of some rest. So,
I mean, the one thing I would say, we'll go to Nick after as well. The one thing I would say is that I feel that where we've been in such bad form, when you look at our form in the league before we left for Abu Dhabi, we drew a lot of games and, wasn't winning games. We're struggling to get the job done. This is a period now where we've got 7 points. Liverpool got 7 points in us. Man City, forget about this. 16 points ahead with a game ahead of us as well. So that could go down to 13. But to be honest, it's one of them things of that we need to start putting performances together. We need to start winning games. And we've got a very good run after the final against Liverpool where we could coop a lot of points. I looked at Liverpool's fixtures. They're not easy games. They may get gassed. They may eventually get gassed, but you just can't predict with Liverpool in their first lineup. They have got the quality to go and win all them games. For me, Chelsea need to concentrate on getting third. If they can catch up with Liverpool with the run that they've got, cool. But they need to make sure that they start putting points on the board. We need points. We can't draw any more games. Over December to January, we drew too many games. 8 games we drew. It's a lot of games to just be. A lot of points to be dropped. 1 point and 3 points, a massive difference. And 8 points is. I don't know, man. It's just, for me, it wasn't good enough. And now we've got the team back. All right, Mason Mount's out. Pen Chilwell is not going to be fit. Mason Mount potentially might make it back, is apparently what Tuchel said, from what I've been told in the chat for the game. So it might have him going into to March, which will be great. But, we need to start putting performances together, and we need to get these points on, and we need to see individuals show up now. They owe us good performances in the league. Forget the cups. The league is something we need to see more now. Nick, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, hi, Jim. Hi, Josh. Yeah, thanks for having me on. I need something to keep my mind off this bloody wind. It's ruining my back garden. I have a roof in the back garden.
Same. I've got no fence. Got no fence. Go on, Nick. Are you there? Is he gone? Nick, you cut out, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, my fence is there, but the roof is gone.
I think your Wi-Fi is going as well, mate, by the sounds of it. We can't hear you properly. You're going in and out. Are you still there, mate? I think you're gone, Nick. Come out and come back in, Nick. Come out and come back in. No, you keep cutting out. Can't hear you, mate. Cannot hear you. All right, going into it. Let's go into the lineup, and then we'll open up the lines for the panel, get them involved, see what they've got to say as well. I've gone for a 4. I mean, I've done a 4-2-2-2. It could be a 4-3-3, but it looks better on a 4-2-2-2 in terms of how we set up. When I look at the goalkeeper, there's only one person that should be coming in, right, Josh? No Kepa. No Kepa.
Yeah. When you have the best keeper in the world, you play him every game.
What do you feel about the Chelsea fans that were calling for him to Kepa maybe to take Mendy's spot?
I just think they're just prisoners of the moment. Maybe it was almost like people were treating it like Mendy was out hurt or something, and Kepa's just taking the job while he's out hurt, and now he's got to earn his way back. It's like, no, he was literally away winning a giant trophy for his country, playing really well. So it's like, of course, when he's back, he comes right back in. It's not like he's been out injured, you know?
Yeah. Do you know what's interesting? Tuchel came out today while we're live in the press conference. He said Tuchel says Kepa could be number one, but he's not because we have Mendy. Also he also praises Kepa for the CWC final, but he said, look, you know, Mendy's Mendy and Kepa's Kepa. Basically, Tuchel saying there's only one number one who deserves to be the number one at the moment. Kepa, you know, as good as he has been in a short space of time, which he has been, you can't sit there and tell me that he's better than Mendy. I just can't.
No, absolutely not. You know, it's a good problem to have. You want to have a good, solid backup, but there's in no world should he be playing over Mendy.
Yeah, I agree. And Nick, are you there now?
Yeah, so I don't know what happened. You know, the internet. So there were storms. I think that's right.
It's all right, mate. It's all right.
Yeah. I'm here. Yeah.
Now, we're talking about Kepa and Mendy. Obviously, Tuchel's just came out and said that there's only one number one, Edouard Mendy. Kepa could have been number one, but Mendy's here, basically. Do you obviously agree with that as well?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Mendy's our number one. You know, he starts tomorrow, for sure.
Jim, and don't get it twisted. I think, you know, Kepa's been a good professional, but I think Thomas made this known to him very early on in the season that, hey, man, you're the backup. Okay. Like, I want you to do well. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to give you chances to play, but by no means are you going to be just, you know, taking over the job in the team.
Oh,
you know?
no, 100%. I'm just reading some of the stuff that Tuchel's saying on CFC dailies because he's just reading out some of the stuff. He also said that he feels that Kai, where was it about Kai Havertz? He was basically saying that he feels that Kai Havertz is in the process of being more reliable now as a player. He feels like his performances are starting to pick up again, which is typical Kai Havertz at the end of the season, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be fair,
he's picking up form for sure.
Yeah, but we need that at the beginning of the season, you know. Where we at the beginning, like this is the problem with these youngsters. But we move left back. If it's a back four and it's not a back three, who are you going for?
It's Malang Sarr for me, man. This is going to be a very controversial probably lineup because some people are going to say we should play a 3, this and that. For me, if we're playing 4, it's Malang Sarr.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Josh. I'll go for Sarr as well if it's a 4, for sure.
So James is still in individual training, and the plan is that he rejoins the group next week. He'll return to the match day squad in 7 to 8 weeks.
Okay, so next weekend's game, basically. I think probably in 7 to 8 days.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be days. That ain't weeks. Because someone just clarified that in the chat. Nick Blue, you may need to get a new. Nick Blue's thing's fucked at the moment. He's going in and out. No Thiago Silva, please. My man needs a rest. Is what Bex is saying. He has played a lot, to be fair, as well.
He had a full week's rest, Bex.
Yeah, he did. What about the two in the middle then?
It's Rudy and Silva for me.
Okay. What about you, Nick?
Yeah. So we got Sarr, Rudiger, Silva, and for me, Aspi is the next one.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I kind of understand what she's saying about Silva, but then you've got to bear in mind we've got Lille on Tuesday as well. So do we need to have him in both games? I would say.
I mean, you could play Christensen there. You know, it kind of depends on what kind of formation we're going to use against Lille.
Josh, I think we have to put Silva. It's a must-win game tomorrow. A very important game because United are not far behind. And we want to finish as high as possible. I think Rudiger Silva will play tomorrow. I mean, they had a rest now, so should be all right.
I think that's probably been like the myth of the season this year is that everyone thought, Silva's going to play like once a week, and he's basically played every game. So it's like, I don't necessarily know that he needs a rest. I would play him when he's healthy and you've had a week off. I think you play those two.
I agree. I think he's that important. I think he's our best defender, personally. I think he's so. I don't think we realise how important he actually is, like, to this team. And people think Rudiger's been great. Don't get me wrong, he has been. But you got to think Thiago Silva has, I think, helped that to a degree in his whole aurora, his performances. The way he is, people look up to him and go, "Wow, that's the level I want to be at." Do you know what I mean? And people like Rudiger must love it. Don't get me wrong. Rather than playing next to Zuma and Christensen, he's got Silva.
I agree. I think Silva is made Rudiger what he is. It's not just Tuchel, but since Silva came and Tuchel, Rudiger's a different animal. That's why, Silva's unbelievable. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He went for international duty, did he? On top of that as well. So he must have gone. Then in
not during the week. That was before the Club World Cup.
Has he not had a break? Are you sure? Yeah, he was in training.
He had a break in the club. He went away for right before the Club World Cup, just like Pulisic. And I think when they came back, they both had a few days off, and then went to the Club World Cup. He's fine.
Yeah, of course he's fine. Yeah.
So we know Reece James is not going to feature, unfortunately, which I thought we'd be able to give him a couple minutes. So Aspie or Chalobah.
Yeah, see, this is where it probably is going to differ for me. I would like to see Chalobah here, just to kind of balance the pace of Palace a bit.
I think he'll play Chalobah as well, personally.
I
don't mind Chalobah. I like the player. I don't mind either, really. I'm just saying it could be Aspie because for the confidence and for this is it won't be an easy game away to Palace. But I can see Chalobah there. But the only thing with Chalobah is he hasn't played for quite a while now. So would it be Chalobah with no minutes or Aspie with minutes? That's it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've been wrong on this position basically all season because I've been trying to get Aspie out of there.
Yeah.
He seems to continue to play there. For me, in this kind of game, when you have a pace of a Zaha, I would play Chalo there. But if it's Aspie, I'm not gonna. It is what it is. So.
Yeah, I agree. Is Chalobah better than Kanai?
I think Chalobah be on the bench.
He is, mate. He is.
And Chalobah will come and get some minutes, hopefully tomorrow.
Hey, Ram, as you're here, look how pretty that badge is, yeah? Remember what I said to you before? Yeah, remember your place. We're elite. You're not elite, bro. Right?
That badge on Ram's... see that badge of yours, Jim, on Ramsey's body, whatever.
Right, guys. So we've gone for Chalobah, Silva, Rudiger, Sarr, and Mendy. I actually think it could be a toss-up between Christensen and Silva, depending on what Tuchel thinks in terms of... Because I think with Christensen, he gives you the pace, and I think they have a lot of pace. So I wouldn't surprise me if you see Christensen come in for Silva and then Silva play against Lille, which then again, they've got a lot of pace, so it don't really matter, does it, to be fair? So, yeah, Chalobah definitely out. Let's be honest, Zaha does F4 against us. Let's hope that is the case. Konate is overrated. But, guys, smash the like button, please. Over 140 of you here. Only 56 likes. We should be on 75 by now. Let's all hit that like button if you haven't done it already. Subscribe as well, because we are 8 subscribers away from 4.4k subscribers. So we could do that on this stream today. So please subscribe to the channel if you're new here as well. Guys, the midfield 2. Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic, Jorginho?
It would be George and Kovacic for me.
That's what I think. Kovacic, is for sure our best midfielder this season so far with Kante. But I think it'd be Jorginho tomorrow because Kante, he's getting a longer bill. He might have to play against Lille as well.
Yeah.
So I will put Kante on the bench and let the Djokovic play.
Yeah. Kante is a guy you can let rest for the Lille game.
There's one player that I think will definitely play is Kovacic. I think he will 100% play. It depends how he takes it because he could play Kovacic and Kante again. There is no Conor Gallagher there. Could we play a Jorginho sitting? Who's going to press him from their midfield? I don't really think they've got much. So I'd say Jorginho actually. Yeah, I think Jorginho will start again. Yeah. And Jorginho told Kovacic to press. They've got a good little connection anyway. Kovacic is more progressive moving forward, and this is why I think we'll play the extra forward in this game. Now, obviously, we know Mason Mount's not available to play for Chelsea in this game, guys. But in terms of the two players off the wings, does Hakim Ziyech start on the right?
Yeah, Ziyech for me.
And for me, he's been playing good lately. He has to start. He has to. Yeah. I think he will start as well.
Yeah, I think he's been definitely one of our best players the last 5-6 games.
Yeah.
I think you start him for sure on the right.
What about the left? Because obviously I want to throw this one in there because Callum Hudson-Odoi hasn't had the greatest of performances, and I'm sure me and Josh are one of the first two that will tell you that. Christian Pulisic, who I thought actually didn't have a bad game in the final when he came on, does he have a chance to get in this, Josh? Do you think he could be the one on the left, or do you think it'll be Cho?
Man, yeah, this is the worst. This is where I get all the slack. For me, this is Pulisic 100%. I thought he was very good in the Club World Cup game when he came on. And listen, it's not a slight at Callum. I just think he's a better player right now, and I think in this position, I think he just offers a bit more. For me, he would start there. For me, again, I don't never pretend to know what Tuchel is going to do. If you're asking me from my lineup, I would put him right there in this position. I think next behind Kai and Lukaku, I think he makes a ton of sense here.
I think Christian Pulisic is a very good player. I do. I just want to see more consistency. And if to get that consistency, I think we need to see him playing in his rightful position. He hasn't had that. False nine, right wing back. I want to see him play in that position off the left. Let's see it play right, Pulisic off the left. Mason Mount's injured. We haven't really had much choice, to be honest, when you think about it. So I mean, other than Cho, I mean, I would choose Pulisic over Cho right now, personally. But then Cho, people would argue, well, Cho created that great goal for Lukaku, even though it was only that one moment that he actually. The thing with Cho is he's a very talented player. He doesn't move. He's just not. His patterns of consistency is just not there. He'll just either disappear out of a game, or he'll be effective, and he'll have a good game. Like he's never do you know what I mean? He's always like one way, or he's really bad, or he's like good. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
I mean, you could argue aside from the cross, which was a left-footed cross, which we all know is extremely rare on his part. He was not great in that game. I think the way Ziyech likes to play, Ziyech has been pegging those far post balls basically all season when he's playing on that right wing. I think Pulisic is a guy who gets into the box a lot. I'd like to just see that pairing in this formation, at least in a game like this. And he scores against Palace all the time. He's got 5 goals against Crystal Palace in his Chelsea career. For me, it just makes the most sense. I think he's earned a chance to play there. Again, we could talk about playing out of position. This guy's taking it on the chin more than anyone on this team this year. Like you said, played false 9, played right wing, played right wing back, played right back this year for a bit. He's played left wing back. I just think he's earned a chance based off his performance in the last game to give it a go in this formation.
Yeah, I hear you. What are you saying, Nick? Do you think Cho deserves to play, or do you think Pulisic deserves a chance now to play in his position?
If I'm too cool, I'm dropping Cho because he's been terrible. Not just the last game, but the last few games. He hasn't been there. All right, he done that great cross to Lukaku to get the first goal, but that's all he did. And that's not enough. He's been with us for 4 years now or more, and he hasn't improved. Not at all. He's the same from we've seen better of him, but he hasn't improved. So for me, it has to be Pulisic was good. I liked it. I liked it when he came on. He was very good in the last game. And I think with Pulisic on the left and Ziyech on the right, more chances. There'll be more chances for Lukaku and Havertz.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I think Tuchel would do.
What about Timo Werner? Because there's people in the chat that seem to think he could play in that position, or do you think it shouldn't happen? How do you feel about that one? For me personally, I'll tell you, I don't think Timo Werner is a left winger, even though he had a good game against what they call Palmeiras last time round in the extra time. I still don't think that's his position. I think Werner, if you're going to play him at any, if we don't play him, but if we do play him and we want to get a performance out of him, I think he has to be one of the two up front and have the freedom to run around and do what he needs to do. But in that position off the left where you limit him and ask him to basically just hold the left wing, I just don't find that his position. I mean, do you agree?
Exactly. Werner is, he's fast, but he hasn't showed us, magic. He hasn't shown us anything lately when he does come on. And, he came on the other day, but I don't think he was that great. For me, it has to be Pulisic. And I think Werner be on the bench.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I think will happen.
I think Pulisic is definitely someone that deserves his opportunity.
Yeah,
now, when we talk about the front two guys, obviously Tuchel has expressed that he's interested in seeing more of a Havertz Lukaku thing. Like he wants to see if they can probably build that chemistry between the two of them. Tuchel's come out and said in the press conference today that he thinks Havertz is becoming more reliable in terms of his overall performances. We know that Havertz always seems to perform better at the end of his season rather than the beginnings and all the way throughout the sort of periods. Do we start with Havertz and Lukaku again? Do you think they'll be the two, or do you think there's a shout for maybe a Werner or someone like that to play with Havertz?
Yeah, I think this is probably the most nailed on two in the team right now. I think it's going to be Kai and Lukaku. They do seem like they're building a bit of a rapport. That started for me in that Tottenham game, right when Havertz broke his finger. I thought the two of them were playing pretty well in that game together. But I think it makes the most sense. They're both probably our most potent. Finishing is tough, but I think the two best goal scorers we have on the team. I'd like to see them continue to sort of build something. If we've all been talking about consistency all year, you might as well start with the two that have been playing pretty well together. I think these are probably the two most nailed on guys right now.
Yeah, Nick, for you as well.
I agree. For you, it has to be. Tuchel can surprise us and put Lukaku on the bench and put one with Havertz, but I don't think he's going to do that. I think he still has to play Lukaku to get him going because he has to get going. All that money, he has to play. That's the thing. When I playing that, if when I was putting the ball in the net, then Lukaku would have been on the bench, but he's not doing it, so it's got to be them two. The only two who are scoring lately.
Yeah.
That is a sexy team, by the way. My God.
I like Werner. He hasn't been on it, He hasn't.
Yeah, I'm with Nick. I'm one of these guys. Like I like Timo Werner. To be honest with you, I think he does offer quite a few things on the pitch that are important in a team game. I do think he played well when he came on against Palmeiras. He put some dangerous balls into the box. But I don't know where he actually really fits in this team as a starter.
And I can see him, being the one going out in the summer, really.
Yeah.
Unless he improves incredibly, he's going to be one of the first to go out.
Yeah, I think he'll play in this game, especially if we get a goal or two. I think he'll come on and play, but as a starter, I don't really see a spot for him right now in this current team.
Yeah,
has to be Havertz.
I hear you. We've got Hassan and Alex, is it here? I think that's Alex. No Minerals FC. Is that Alex?
Yes, it's me.
Alex, how you doing, man? Right?
I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Tell us about the game tomorrow. Obviously, you can see the lineup that we've sort of picked. Would you change much of it, or what would you do?
Excuse me. I don't think Chalobah is gonna start. I don't think. Hey, somebody will me agree. I don't think those wing backs are gonna start. I think it's gonna be regular ones. Sar could start, but I don't think Chalobah is gonna be on that side. So the rest of them is actually good. I like the midfield and the forwards. Cho deserved the bench. Really, really deserved the bench. And Jorginho Kovacic, yeah. Especially if we don't have the main player as Chelsea youngsters not gonna play for them. So I think that the midfield is pretty good, because if it wasn't, I will be afraid for our midfield, because the guy is pressing real good and stuff. Gallagher, so I'm pretty good.
Yeah, we'll say that was our biggest coin flip of the 11 too. Is Chalobah. And listen, I don't understand why people are so it probably will be Asri. I don't know why people are get so crazy when people put Chalobah at right back. He's played right back a ton of times in his career. He probably won't play in this game. This is just who we thought would look good there. There's most Asri probably will start.
Aspie
Caliber,
was gonna be there.
hasn't been playing. He hasn't got minutes. That's why I'll go for Aspie myself.
Yeah.
When he gets it going, he's going to be there. And Aspie be on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, hear you.
Well,
Hassan, how you doing, mate?
that's foreigner back. That's foreigner back. Oh, never mind then.
Got
Yeah, hello,
Well, I
John.
mean-
Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
yeah, how you doing? You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, man. Yeah, I was just glad that we quit back now. It was getting a bit boring, like waiting a week. I kind of miss, like the football every couple of days, but it's good for our players. It's good for our players' health. But anyway, tomorrow's game, I think it's good that we don't have to play against Gallagher tomorrow, because we know when it comes to like former Chelsea players and our record against our own players. I mean, I'm just glad that the rule's there, because I could see Gallagher just dropping a masterclass against us. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to reiterate what Alex was saying. The fullbacks, I really don't think they're going to be them. I really think that Aspie's going to play right wing back or right back. Although he does want him to be gone. Jorginho, Kovacic down midfield, it could be anyone, same with the defence. But I think I agree with the defence. I think it's going to be Silva, Rudiger. Pulisic, I mean, I swear he's got a good record against Palace. Like, he's always been scoring whenever he starts past him, so I'd start him. Lukaku's guaranteed starting because he's Lukaku. Ziyech, I agree with that as well. And yeah, I mean, I really don't think Palace could cause that much problems if we have our head in gear. But no, in Chelsea, we love to make it hard for ourselves, and we love to make ourselves be on edge. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing really much to say about the lineup besides the wing backs. That would probably be different.
Alex, do you think Pulisic deserves an opportunity in this squad other than Callum Hudson-Odoi?
Is that a question about he deserves, or is a question about Cho doesn't deserve?
Well,
You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like people ask you, who do you like to win election? Trump or what's his name, or Biden? I said I'll just take a bullet. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a middle ground. It's a middle ground. Like, you don't want one to play and you don't know how the other one is gonna play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pulisic usually actually has a good record against Crystal Palace. So I think he, plus the guy did not play in a long time. All of a sudden articles start coming out, so I think it's time for him to play, just for articles to stop. How he's not happy sitting on the bench. Otherwise, who else is gonna play on the left side? Timo?
No, we ain't got no options, have we? That's or Alonso. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Timo could play, but if Timo plays, then we'll go back to back three.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Timo is gonna play, so I don't. Actually, yeah, Timo's not playing with 4 at the back. Timo's playing only one of 3 at the back. That way we'll play. So I think, yeah, he definitely deserves. He definitely deserves to start.
Plus,
Yeah.
he was good when he come on. Don't forget, so he has to start.
Yeah, he was good he was good. He was good when he came out of Club World Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I
a
thought
player.
Yeah. I thought Pulisic had quite a good game, to be honest, against Palmeiras. I don't think he was too bad.
We all know.
I don't think he was bad. I think he was the game changer actually when he came in.
Yeah.
He was a game changer when he came in.
Yeah.
100%. Big up Showtime. What you saying, mate?
He's saying all the props to Marina.
Yeah, you already know that.
Marina.
Big up, Nick Blue.
I like
What you saying, mate? What you saying?
Hello?
Yeah, what you saying?
Oh, yeah, I'm just saying, I don't really think we're gonna adapt this far at the back tomorrow. I think he's gonna go back to standard 3-4-3, hopefully,
What, a 3-4-3, yeah?
Yeah.
Who are you playing then?
This 3 is good. I think Rudiger needs a rest. I think something's lingering with his left knee. He had it in the beginning of the season. I don't know if it's a big deal or not. I'll drop Rudiger, put Saw there. I like the middle of the park. The middle of the park is Kovacic.
Well, no, Sar's on the right. Who playing on the right?
See, that's the thing. I will probably we have no Mount, so I'll probably play Hudson-Odoi on the left, and I will bring in on the right. Uh, we giving too much Pulisic love here, but I will have to play Pulisic on the right.
What, as a right wing back?
Yeah.
What the fuck the hell are you going for? All right, so who's your front three?
You saw what?
No, nothing.
What's your front three?
I put Ziyech there. Ziyech on the right of Lukaku.
Oh, I see what he's doing.
I think you limit Pulisic when he's a right wing back. I don't think you get any performance out of him. I think Hudson-Odoi is up and down in that position as well. Havertz will then probably be asked to hold the left more rather than play closer to Lukaku. I don't know about that.
There's not a chance that Puli and Cho starts in the same game.
Showtime's trying to get us piped, man.
Showtime's just playing FIFA right now, isn't he? You know,
the only reason why I will go with Odoi on the left is because we need a run of scores right now. We need to get Lukaku scoring in the Premier League so he can continue this run. And he seems
by conceding the goals.
You know what I mean? Do you know what we're up against?
I mean, this defensively, I think we're solid defensively. I just think with the Pulisic on the right thing is just gives us a little more drive.
Yeah, but do you know what, Showtime? Don't underlook Crystal Palace because they have individual players that are. Zaha will be back. Oliacy on the right. He's very good. That young boy. I'm telling you, very very good. Give him enough of the ball.
And I say this. I agree with you, but I say this is what day is like. Who are we getting to play? Are they coming to perform or are they coming to not perform? Because it's like a Ziyech situation. Because Ziyech comes to play sometimes, and then he comes to just relax and just to run around like a headless chicken. So it's who we playing.
Jen, this is why I hate this format, and this isn't a knock on Showtime, but this is why I hate the three at the back, man. It just limits us so much. We just took a team that had a really nasty kind of offensive front four, and now we've got Pulisic and Cho at wing backs. We've got. I mean, just like it. I think it's such a limiting formation. I know Tuchel likes to play it sometimes, but
this
for me,
is a go-to formation in important games. This is the go-to formation. But look how much space.
I think he plays three when he's trying not to concede a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe he thinks in the final or something where he really doesn't want to concede, and maybe we can steal a goal. He'll play three. When we're trying to attack, and put teams on the back foot. I think the four.
If with a 3 or a 4, you can't play Cho tomorrow. Whatever position formation we do, he's going to be dropped. He's been really bad. You have to have Ziyech and Pulisic in the team, whatever formation. For me,
look at this lineup and look at that triangle between Lukaku, Kovacic, and Jorginho. This space, look how much space is in between them. That's my biggest problem with the whole freaking Jorginho situation. You see how much
Zaha go right through that.
That's what I'm saying. This is like Zaha is holding the sides all the time, and he cuts in the inside. But that's where the midfield is getting pressed. You see what I'm saying? This is exactly possession game that we have between the Jorginho and the back three. This is the little triangle: Jorginho, Kovacic, and Silva. That's the triangle we hold in possession. But that's not where we hold in. We need to hold the possession.
Yeah. Is it better to play the 4-2-2-2 then? Because at least with the two
it
playing
could
behind
be actually. I think it could
closes that space a lot more.
It could be a 4-2-2. I'll call it big dick formation. With Lukaku is a main penetrator, but it does suits Lukaku better when the two.
Say that lacks penetration, doesn't it? If it's Lukaku,
well, he's lacking minerals or whatever, penetrated minerals. But you know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing with that 4-2-2. It will give us more control, more battle in the midfield, without like how you said, like more smooth transition between the midfield.
Yeah,
but then Cho has to start because he's the one that actually proper winger.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at the 4-3, because the other option we got is a 4-3-3. I'm just looking at the options of the 4-3-3. I mean, You could play
And
the
you got to
4-3-3.
think too, like usually when we play the forward to back, it sort of ends up being more of like a 4-1-4-1.
Yeah.
But why I don't think we'll play the 4-3-3 is because we don't have Mason Mount. Because when you have the three in midfield, you can't have Pulisic there.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like
we don't really have the 8. Yeah, we don't really have the 8 for it.
It don't work.
You have to drop Pulisic and bring in probably like a Aspilicueta, or if Reece James is ready to go, you bring in Reece James. But I don't know.
There's no chance Reece James is coming into the game.
Yeah, it sounds like Reece is a week away.
Yeah, he's not going to play tomorrow. So
I think Christensen might play, you know, but it's weird feeling.
Oh, Colin Hudson-Odoi center back. That's good.
Yeah, Christensen can play. I mean, this is his farewell tour anyway. He's going on his first flight to Barcelona shortly.
Yeah, I'm taking him to the airport, funny enough.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You can give him an extra bag or help because he needs it. Out the door he goes.
Yeah, I'm going to take him. I'm going to take him down there. I'm going to take his kit off him. I'm going to get his bag.
You don't know which Pulisic you're going to get. I don't want him to come in for like 30 minutes.
You don't know what show you're going to get.
You don't know what Lukaku you're gonna get. You don't know what Ziyech you're gonna get. You don't know what Pulisic
you don't know what kind of Chelsea defense you're gonna get. You could say same applies for everything, man.
Yeah.
Was it? We all know what we're gonna get. You know, if Cho plays, and that's not. You know, we're not gonna get a performance. He's a dead on, and you know, you could, if you put Cho, I'm sure he'd be going off very quick, and Pulisic be coming on. So you have to start Pulisic.
Yeah, it doesn't mean Callum won't play. At some point, he'll probably come on as a sub, but like starting him, I just don't. It doesn't make a ton of sense right now.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna play 3 at the back because it's a away game and it's important 3 points for us. Just because of the importance of the game. I think Tuchel will be more reserved. It's a away game. He will not want to concede, and that looks like his back formation that he's go to based on how importance of the game. So I will actually think that all the difference between Club World Cup is going to be is that my Sar will be left wing back instead of Alonso, but Aspilicueta is going to be right wing back. Yeah, and we're going to go with everything but what's his name, number 8, or instead of Mount. It could be Pulisic.
I hear you.
Because he actually came in and in that position when he started. He started to play more throughout the midfield.
Well, before I go on to what I was going to go into next, Couch is just coming. So, Couch, give us your thoughts on the game, bro. How you been?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Everything's good. Just chilling, getting into my work schedule. But I had to jump in because man, first and foremost, what you guys have to pay attention to is the fact that Tuchel's trying to look for partnerships on the pitch, right? He's been force feeding us Ziyech and Callum for however long because he's trying to get some partnerships on the pitch. He said as much in the presser today as well. So I'm looking at this game
Didn't he say about the Kai Havertz and Lukaku partnership?
I don't know exactly who he's actually related to.
No. I thought it was Kai Havertz and Lukaku.
It's Kai Havertz and Lukaku. He wants a partnership.
2 targets right there.
He wants them to make the good partnership.
Yeah,
but you're right.
Yeah, I thought he was saying in general that he was trying to find partnerships on the pitch and people get injured and they come back and all
probably
stuff.
Yeah.
Regardless, but there's two different approaches to this game. You have to look at, first of all, this Lille game is more important than this Crystal Palace game, right? So you have to have one eye on that game. Right?
Is it?
So yeah, Lille game's next week, bro. It's Tuesday or Wednesday, whichever one. I think it's Tuesday.
We haven't. When's the last time we
Tuesday,
put points on the ball in the league? We were getting dragged into the battle for top 4 eventually.
I hear you. It's not that it's not important, but I put more emphasis on this Lille game because it's a knockout stage of the Champions League, right? Yeah. So Crystal Palace, as much as that's going to be a difficult game and whatnot, you still have to have one eye on the Champions League, right? That's how I see it, at least. And with that said, you have to look at the game like, who do you want to play in that Lille game? I think Pulisic is better suited for definitely Conte. I would say Pulisic is better suited for that Lille game than Callum Hudson-Odoi at this point in time. That's just my take on it. I would love to see him running at them than Callum Hudson-Odoi. So if I'm looking at who I want to see start
game?
this game,
is the Lille away
it's
game?
At home. It's at home.
Home first leg.
We're at home first leg. Yeah, I'm going to that game as well. So
Nice.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
should be fun.
congratulations. And that patch in the middle of the jersey is beautiful. I just have to
It's
say.
beautiful, isn't it? Do you know? I
Yeah,
even
just
got
the patch, just the patch,
Yeah,
nothing
just
around
the
it.
patch.
And this, don't forget the Champions League bag as well. Don't forget
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you see?
It's-
So
We're
what?
just
Does
talking just
it
the
not
blue
come with
thing.
stars? Does it not come
Yeah,
with
the-
stars? The stars
No,
don't come on that, Jim?
No,
they
I
sell
think the stars are separate.
Yeah, they
but
sell
you
the
can't-
star. They sell the kit with the stars, but it's the one that says Champions 21 on the
Oh, so
back.
they won't let you personalize it. That's whack.
Yeah, no, which sucks. They should let you put the stars on any of the kits you want, man.
I want the
Yeah.
stars, to be honest.
I don't
It's
even
annoying.
think. I don't even think in the States we
You
get.
know what they should have done? It was a missed opportunity to do 2 stars and put world champions at the back, man.
That's what they have that
I
kit.
hope-
You can buy that kit.
I hope we
Oh,
don't get the
don't say
patch.
these specs.
I hope we save the patch for the Arsenal game, though. I know you can wear it for just one game. I hope it's not against Crystal Palace. I hope
Alex, we're gonna be
patch-
wearing our FA Cup major trophy patch for that game, for the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Eagle TV sponsor.
Yeah.
yeah. No, I agree with what Couch was saying. Though. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I agree with the whole sense of like the Lille game's important, and I get that. We will take that serious. Hence why I think you will see a lot of changes in this team. But at the same time, like you said, Tuchel wants to see chemistry. He wants to see partners. He wants to see players linking up better and stuff. So I don't think like if players are fit, I don't see him just dropping them because he's thinking of Lille. I think he's thinking game by game. And I think he does think with the Premier League, we need points. So I do think he will take it pretty serious to get the job done. So,
yeah, I mean, when you say serious, when I say serious, yes, you're not going to play the likes of Timo Werner and like you got the lineup you guys put together with Chalobah and and Sarr. That looks like you're not taking this game serious.
No.
to be
That
honest.
was an us. There was an us. There's a cartoon character on here that actually did that.
Wait, let me ask you something. Who would you play then?
Aspilicueta.
And
Well, if you want to go with back four, I play Sarr there. But like, if I don't necessarily know that's the shape. Like, we can always guess the shape. I don't.
Why
know.
why can't Chalobah play in that back four?
He's not played there. He's not played in the back four for Chelsea ever. You know, like
Jem, I would go experimenting right now, not in the situation where
not now. Like the time to experiment is the summer. You know, if you want to give him those like he's still trying to get into the back three. So now you're gonna play him the wing back or the back the right back position. You know, like
I'm thinking of
Zaha. It's a lot to ask. It's a lot to ask.
I'm thinking about the pace. I'm thinking about
okay, but here's the other thing too. With us going forward, you got Sarr and Chalobah. You think those guys are two capable guys of overlapping and getting forward up and down the flank? Because you're going to need at least one of those guys to do that.
Yeah, but I don't think Aspie does it any better anyway. So
but he's at least he's adept to it. I'm not saying that he's great at it. He understands what that position, what's being asked of him in that position.
He's done it. He's not good at it, but he's done it for the couple of times that we played.
I think
Chalobah never done it.
I think he can do it. I'm
with Gemma.
Yeah, let's go to the importance games because I think he can do it. That's the spirit you go into the game. That
the biggest problem you're going to have then is that if we stick to this back four, Chalobah never gets in it then because you're just going to keep saying play Aspie.
Yeah, but I prefer. But like until Reece James is our preferred right back, right? He's the guy that we're waiting on to come back, whether it be right back, right wing back. Everything else after that, we already know that we need another player there. You're basically trying Chalobah there because you want to give him minutes, not because you feel.
No, it's not minutes. For me, I keep saying it's to nullify what we're up against if they do play on the counter. And
that was my reason.
When you're playing against people like Zaha, who on their day can give any fucking right back a torrid time, let's get it right. Yeah.
Especially if you're asking Dave to push high up the pitch, because that terrifies me.
Look, I was at the Palace game where we lost 2-1, and Zaha was up against Aspie that whole game, and he ripped him torrid. I'm not joking. This is when he was horrible. The only times we beat in Palace and Aspie hasn't played actually. It was because we had Reece James, and Reece James at Stamford Bridge twice nullified Zaha playing that, and he's not available. As I would have said Reece James. I think Reece James is equipped to deal with it.
Of
So
course.
I think
Like,
Chalobah
this is
will
what I'm
be
saying. But
praised.
so what you guys are telling me right now is it sounds like we're gonna be playing like a back three. That's what you're telling me right now.
Well,
'cause,
maybe. But
you
if
know,
we
if you're
do, then
worried
it's gonna
about them on
force
the
us forward.
counter, then the back
Yeah.
three is the better setup.
And
for
that's
that.
what I think is going to be a back three. Another thing is, are we making a team based on of how good Zaha is?
No,
You
it's
have
not.
to against Palace. I think you have to. Like Wolf gets a lot of stick because
That's never happens in the proper game. You're not going based on one player the way he can hurt. You can address the situation, but you're not going to build the team around it.
And
Just
plus,
to
It's
plus
addressing the situation.
Zaha's never played good against us.
no.
The
See, like
last
that's where I get. I think that's
5-6 seasons.
Nick. That's a
He's never
dangerous
played.
mindset. I think.
You
Like,
know, Aspie will take care of us, Saha. You know, forget the
Yeah,
pace.
Aspie lacks the pace
won't let
right
him,
now.
get
that's a
anywhere.
danger. You're playing with fire there, Nick. Because I'm telling you, like Wolf gets a bad rap because of his attitude sometimes.
I trust Aspie with all
I'm
my
telling
life.
you, Wolf would cook Aspie,
Wilf
man.
is
I'm telling you.
finished, man. Forget Wilf. Yeah.
Okay, man.
Somebody
Yeah,
said.
I actually don't mind trying Chalobah on the right. I think he has the pace for it and the strength to hold down the right side for us. I think coming in for Aspie as of right now will be the best logic for us to make sure we shore up that right side.
Whatever two we choose is for me. There's no. I get what they're saying. It's the whole.
Can I
experiment
explain
they're
something
playing
real
in there.
quick,
That makes
Jim?
sense. I get that, but go on, Alex.
I don't. Here's the reason why I think back three is the better way against the explosive wingback, expensive inside forward. If that's what you can say that's the highest. If he's look, if your wingback gets beat, that's why the back three is the better situation because you can fall on that. That's why Rudiger is good in back three because you can rely on him. If you what's his name, Christensen. But if you play back four, and play somebody on the right, that will put Thiago Silva behind him. So if Azpilicueta get beat on or Chalobah get beat on the right, who's behind him?
Oh, it'll be
Thiago Silva.
On the right. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're afraid that one gonna get beat on that side, which is not fast enough, then Zaha is gonna go 1-on-1 versus Thiago Silva, right? Who doesn't have a pace, but he has a good awareness. So that's what you're afraid. Oh, that's what you're afraid of. That's why I think the back three is gonna happen.
Rebecca, I think I just want to address Rebecca's question or I guess her comment. I agree with you. Like there is a world where I can see Chalobah, playing on the right and being effective there. I just don't think that you can play them both because you need somebody that's going to be able to get forward and overlap and like understand when, the timing of when to get forward, when to get back. It's a lot to ask for two young players, and I don't think that Sarr is capable of doing it. I haven't seen Chalobah do it. So for me, I can't see them both. I can see if you're gonna play them, one of them, like if you're gonna play Chalobah at right back, then you better have somebody like Chilwell at left back, so you at least get somebody that can get forward.
Part of the reason why we play his back four is to allow us to play an extra forward. So for me, I get the whole overlapping things and link play and whatever.
Do you think it's enough though? Do you think it's enough?
We got four players up there that need to work together and break teams. Of course they can.
Bro, I hear you, but have we been getting that though? Like the difference between us and Liverpool and Man City right now is the fact that they have wingbacks that are capable of overlapping.
Yeah,
they have those bodies forward.
If Christian Pulisic plays, he's not looking at his left. He's being direct. So I don't think you'll see him looking for someone to overlap him. That's his game. It's just what he's going to do off the left. I think when you look at Hakim Ziyech, he will hog the right. Yeah, he likes link play. So yeah, it's important to bring in an Aspie or a Chalobah to maybe do the 1-2s. But he can make something out of nothing. And then it's down to Havertz and Lukaku with their movement up front to make sure that they drag the defenders into.
Yeah, I just think that we're asking for a lot of individual talent. A lot of individual talent on that.
And that's without Kovacic, who's going to drive through the middle and start making passes.
Well, I trust me. In the perfect world, I agree with you. I think that we should be able to play with a back four. But a flat back four to me, it seems like that's archaic football right now. You need your fullbacks to get forward.
There is a good
provide
comment.
Options.
There is a good comment. Mayo guy.
All right, this one we have to be mindful.
Yeah, remember about the unvaccinated players. Remember what French league did. Unvaccinated players cannot.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they
playing
changed
at
the
home.
restrictions. They play.
Don't we have
They
We're
a
changed
playing
the
at home,
vaccinated?
right? So that
Yeah.
shouldn't be a problem,
That's
right?
only for the second. That's for the second leg, and I don't think.
I think that France has changed their restrictions
Yeah,
just recently.
yeah.
so-
I don't
they
think that's
did?
been. I don't think that's been finalized that unvaccinated players can't travel yet.
Yeah. I
Okay,
think what
okay.
he was saying was you have to have a negative test. Well, what they said in the presser today, that you have to have a negative test in
Okay.
order to travel. So that might not be a factor going forward.
Well, that's at least that's a good news.
But even having said that, you're right though, because I'm saying like this Tuesday game, we have to put these guys to bed because you don't want to have to leave anything to chance in the second leg.
That's true.
Right. Right. And what we've seen with the elimination of the away goal rule, it's really killed that away team is really just trying to not give up a goal. Like
Exactly.
they're just playing dead football almost in every game in the Champions League so far.
Yep.
The away team is just sat back and play. Even like Real Madrid, like these teams are just playing like disgusting football because they don't. There's no incentive for them.
We won the Champions League playing that football. How dare you?
Yeah. But there's no there's no incentive for the away team to attack anymore. So it's kind of killed like the entertainment from an entertainment standpoint.
But remember how it used to be that the first leg is away leg is always better. You know what I'm saying? That eliminated that thing.
Yeah. You'd like to be the away team first.
The away team first, and then
you give yourself an idea of what you need when you're at home. But yeah, now that's all out the door. You just don't want to concede when you're the away team basically right now.
Yeah. I hear you. Listen,
Bex is on point with these comments. I'm not even gonna lie. This one right here it's so true. We don't even have. I mean, I can't say starting 11. We just don't have a starting attacking group.
Set 11. Yeah.
That's a tough one.
That's tough.
I think injuries has played a big
part.
That's
100%, Cal. 100%. Yeah, COVID injuries have killed any momentum. If you look at City and you're like, well, City they've got they haven't really had any injuries or COVID all year. Really, Pep. That's basically it. It's like. It's really done a number on us this season.
Yeah, and like I think with City, like they just have the right sort of depth, and like they've been a squad for a long time. So like you can have guys come in and out of the lineup all the time. With Chelsea, we're still trying to find our 11, and then we have to rely on like the depths of the bench in order to come in and give us good minutes. And those guys just weren't ready. Like I think Ruben gave us some good minutes early when he first started coming back into the squad. I think. When we started relying on the Barclays and like Alonso, like all these guys, it's just they can give you 1 and 2 performances, but when you're asking for week after week after week, it becomes taxing.
Right.
Yeah.
The thing is, we won't
head out, Jim.
We won't. We won't have.
See you guys.
See you later.
See you.
We won't have a normal 11 till next season. That's when Tuchel can get the players out and bring the ones he wants, then he can get his 11 like City have.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. This year he's just trying. He's trying everyone, see what's going, what he can do, but he won't do that till next season. Then we will have a proper 11.
In terms of the Premier League, where we are at the moment, Chelsea haven't played the last 2-3 games while everyone else has been playing. So everyone's kind of caught up with them, barring Arsenal, Wolves, and Tottenham. We're sitting on 47 points, a goal difference at 30. We're 7 points behind Liverpool now, and we're miles behind City. Forget that. So, I mean, I look at that and I think to myself, right, we need to concentrate on getting third. And then when I looked at obviously our fixtures list, and I do think it's quite important to bear in mind because I looked at Liverpool's list as well, and it is challenging. After the Lille game, which I'm obviously going to, we play. Obviously, it's postponed against Leicester because of I think the Lille game anyway, and then obviously we've got the Liverpool game, which is on Sunday the 27th. So after the Liverpool game, we then go into an FA Cup, which is you could probably play like a B/C team and hopefully still get the job done. And then I look at the Premier League games, and we play Burnley, Newcastle, Norwich, Brentford, Southampton, Leeds.
Wow.
So from March, from 5th of March, all the way to the 16th of April, so a month and a half of football, we could accumulate abundance of points. Now, the one thing that Chelsea haven't done this season for me good enough, especially after the 1st of December when we dropped form, is build up a pattern of wins. You know, we've been drawing a lot of games, we've been losing games, we've not really won many games. I think this is a good opportunity for us to really claw back some points and maybe not only solidify third, but maybe close the gap to Liverpool. And look, I looked at Liverpool's running, and it's not easy. They've got the likes of City to play, Man United to play. There's a couple of other teams in their Spurs as well. So there's a lot in between that period that Chelsea playing these games where they could drop points. However, I still think it's important that even if Liverpool win them games, that we do our job and just make sure we solidify third moving forward. And I think it's definitely a position before we get to the end of the season, because you look at the end of the season, we've got West Ham, Everton, Wolves, Man United and Watford. Now, 4 of them games, they're not easy games. But what you want to make sure is that by the time you play Leeds, you're in a position where you're comfortable in third or maybe even challenging for second. And they have to get, for me, I'm calling it now, they have to beat Burnley, they have to beat Newcastle, they have to beat Norwich, they have to beat Brentford at home. Southampton away can be tricky because they're up and down, but I still expect us to get the job done. And Leeds will just be Leeds and come out and we'll have loads of space to score goals. I actually expect us to win all of these games. How do you guys feel about it?
I feel confident with that as well. And the last time we went through this particular run-in, we lost 2 of our strikers at the exact same time. If I'm not mistaken, we lost Lukaku and Werner at the exact same point in the first half of the season. And I would like to see what our full-strength squad can do against these like lesser opponents, because that Burnley game in particular, where we drew, you know, that was debilitating. And a lot of after that game, a lot of people were like, "Oh, the title race is over. We drew Burnley." You know, like I think that this is an opportunity to put maximum points on the board and get into a good run of form when we get into the business end of the season with the Champions League and whatnot kicking in. This is a great opportunity for guys to get their accounts up and running again and scoring some goals, you know, feeling good about their football. And then when we get into these bigger fixtures, we have a little bit more confidence and, you know, just team cohesion going forward, hoping that that's the case.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's like Dennis said, it's a chance to get, you know, maximum points, you know, if you handle your business. So hopefully it's a good run of form for us. If we can, again, I think we're actually playing some okay football the last, you know, 3 or 4 games. If we can continue that, I think it's a good sign going forward. So hopefully, hopefully we can continue this run of form, you know, starting tomorrow. So.
I agree. This run, you know, every single game is a win. We have not, you know, there's no excuses. And I back Chelsea to, you know, win the title or finish second this year from the start. And I'm still backing them to finish second. We can't finish first, but we can take Liverpool. That's for sure. It's so important to win these games. So, you know, we be on form for the cup, the trophies we have to play for. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see us losing, you know. And we haven't lost much this year, but it's just we draw too many games. We draw a lot to stupid teams.
So from my perspective, I just see how fresh are we going to be going on this run. How fresh we keep our players, because, you know, we lack the depth that other teams have, and rotation-wise, we always rotate in each week. We have different attackers, we have different midfield. So we just got to, how fresh can we go on a run, and how fresh can our players be, you know? How healthy can they be as well? You know, stay out the restaurants and eat healthy.
You're speaking on Lukaku, aren't you?
I'm speaking on a lot of players. You know, Lukaku needs to you know, I back Lukaku. I'm a backing Lukaku, but he needs to go on a run here. We need goals.
Isn't it mad that by at the end of this month, we could be 3 trophies up if we beat Liverpool already? Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? I know some people will say they're not important, but they're important to us. It's allowed us to wear this badge. You know, for me, it's one of the most important trophies done.
So let me ask you a question, Jem. If we win 3 trophies and we finish third, is that a success for anyone in the panel? Is that a successful season for us?
I'm happy.
It is for me.
I mean, based on the context of this season, yes. But if you were to take it without context, it's not.
We should have been challenging. That's the most disappointing.
Yeah. With context, it is a successful season.
You have to be happy. Which other team, you know, has won a trophy or 2 trophies? We've won 2 already, and we got a 3 to play for. So look, we get 3 trophies. That's a great season. even if we finish third. Yeah.
I wouldn't say
I
great
remember,
season. I
I
would
keep
say
saying
I'd
it.
be. Sorry, go ahead, Jim. Go ahead.
Go on, Couch. Go on, Couch.
No, I was just gonna say I wouldn't say it's a great season because we were,
I say it's a good
we
season,
weren't.
though.
We were
Yeah,
first.
it'd be okay. I'd be
Yeah,
all
but
right
we
with
were
it.
first with a lot of
The
COVID
trophies that
and
we won,
injuries,
like,
Couch.
I mean,
It'd be a great season for Chelsea.
no, it wouldn't be a great
Yes, it
season
will.
for me, to be honest.
You always
Maybe for you,
disagree
Nick,
because
but
you
no,
get
I
that
mean,
that's
bad.
how I
it would
feel,
be
bro.
it would be
Yeah.
great if we took a clean sweep of,
Listen to
like,
this
let's
guy.
say the League Cup and the
It'd be-
FA Cup as well.
It'd be great if we defended the Champions League.
Yeah, that's a great season. That is an epic season if we defend
As
the
long as
Champions
we,
League.
I think a
honestly
great
think we're
season
going
would
back to
be
the
a
Good season,
clean
mate.
sweep
It's a good
I
season.
think
of
we'll get back
domestic
to the
trophies.
final this year. I think so. We have a chance to. We're the underdogs again, and you know when Chelsea are the underdogs, we always perform well. I think we have a chance to go to the
A
final.
lot of results have to go our way.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true. You know,
We're gonna
Abramovich money
defend
speaks a
this, yeah.
lot. So
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Ram, what is it you want to say quickly? Come on, tell us.
All I gotta say, it's going to be very difficult for you lot to defend the Champions League. Only Real Madrid have defended the Champions League. Not even that great Barcelona side back in 2015 or 2009 defended their Champions League. So
I know that we like breaking
didn't
records.
defend
it's
it.
going to be
Yeah.
hard, man. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard.
We like challenging records. So the point is, Ram, we can't win any more trophies because we won everything possible. So we might
we
as well
won
try
it
and do
all.
something else. You know what I mean? That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you
The
counting trophies that
Rams.
don't even exist,
Rams,
man.
You ain't even
It's
in the
gonna
elite number
be
5.
it's gonna be
I've already
harder
told
for
you this, yeah?
Liverpool to
You're
win
not
the
even in the
Champions
elite.
League
How is
than
it?
Chelsea.
How is
We
it?
have more chance of winning it than you. I'm telling you. Yeah.
How?
Because we have a great manager and
No, you don't.
better players.
No, you
That's
don't.
how.
No, you don't. I mean, my manager's won more trophies than your manager.
Yeah, one.
Look at wait. Hey,
Your
you can't even say that.
manager
It
is
took
a
him
tip-flop
2,000 days. 2,000 days plus to win all that. It took
Showtime. Can you please tell me any of the players that he first had at Liverpool?
Oh, here we go.
Can you
You
please
can't.
tell me any other players that Tutu signed
Rams,
that
didn't
he's
he
won a
bottle the
Champions League
Europa
with?
League?
What the
Did
one
your
that
manager
had the
bottle it?
likes of Colo Torre, the likes like Colo Torre, old man Colo? Do you really want to talk about that team? We had
No,
our
I
most
don't want to talk
creative
about
player was
Liverpool at
James
all.
Milner. Our most
Yeah,
creative
just-
player in that team was
Man.
James Milner. Let
Without
that sink in.
To be honest, I don't want to talk about Liverpool at all, bro.
You're
So.
nothing.
Showtime.
Hey,
That's
you
such
guys,
a
you guys
dead
want to
thing.
know what's funny,
That's
right?
such a dead
When-
thing because Diogo Jota is better than Lukaku, mate. He
Okay.
is.
Hey, Rams, you wanna know
Is
what
he
the funny thing
proven?
is?
He's not
Your
proven.
fan base
I
was
don't care
saying
if he's
that we
proven.
should
He's
only
proving in
be.
the Prem.
You want to know what the funny thing is, right? Your fan base was saying, "Oh, let's only go for the Premier League and Champions League, or we don't target the small trophies." Now that Tuchel and all these
Who
lot
said
have
that?
caught
Who
up
said
within a
that?
year.
Who said that?
Now that
Who said-
no,
Did
your
I
fan
say
base
that?
used
No,
to say
who
that.
said
Now
that? Who
you're
said
targeting the small
Who said
trophies,
that?
aren't you?
No, we're targeting
All
all
your
the
fan
trophies
base
now.
was saying
We're
that.
targeting all the
They see,
trophies now.
they see
We've got
the League
Lewis,
Cup and FA
Diaz.
Cup as small.
One second, Ram. There is context to this, right? Because as much as you can bang on about Chelsea having a better squad and winning 3 trophies, you got to remember where Tuchel took us on from. He took us on from at 9th, where you guys,
Thank
Rival
you.
fans, were digging
Where
us
were
out.
we?
saying
We're under
Wait
Rodgers.
a sec. All of you Rival fans
This
were
is-
saying
this
our
is
players are
mad.
dead. They're
This is
crap. They're
mad.
this. They're
This
that.
is
I remember
mad.
it as well. They're dead players. Tuchel comes in, and then we go and win 3 trophies.
It's
So at the end
mad.
of the
It's
day-
mad how you're
Yeah.
comparing your team now to that Liverpool team that we
Well, no,
had.
but we were not.
We
You're
had
forgetting the context. We were
we had
9th.
Mignolet. We had
We was ninth.
Skirtle. We had Flanagan.
Ram, we
had-
was 9th. Are you not getting that in your head? We was 9th at one point.
Bro, we were like
Then Lampard
14.
left us.
We were like
We were
14.
9th.
We were
And we
14.
had to come back from that.
We were
No
14.
worries. We will see you guys on the 27th when we
We'll
open
see
the
you on the
can of clip-outs
27th.
for you.
Anyway, we've got a big preview show for that next Friday,
Thank
actually,
you.
hopefully. So
Salah
you're
and
very
Mane
good
I,
on next
I
Tuesday.
brought back. I brought some big guns, man. Your Chelsea
Salah
boys are
and
going to
Mane
be
FC. Salah and Mane FC. When
crying.
Salah leaves, you guys are gonna cry.
Scared.
You guys are gonna burn his
Scared.
jersey when Salah
Last time them
leaves.
big guns came on Football Terrace, they got ruined, if I remember anyway. So we'll see what happens.
Really, really. We'll
Salah
see.
and
We'll
Mane
see on
FC
Friday.
going
We'll see on
down.
Friday.
Listen, guys, score predictions, and I've got to shoot. So let's go with Nick Blue. What are you saying? Score predictions?
Yeah, I would say 2-0 and Rudiger. And I'm not going to say Lukaku, I'm going to say Havertz to score. Rudiger, Havertz.
Rudiger and Havertz. Fair enough, mate. Hassan, what are you saying?
3-0. That's all I'm going to say. Really, I don't know who the
Well, he's
score
going for
is
a
off.
map hat. Going for a wipeout. Showtime.
3-1. Lukaku scores for sure. Thiago Silva scores, and Havertz scores.
And Ram?
2-1 Crystal Palace.
Of course you would.
Yeah, good.
No.
I knew you say that.
No. Olise to score,
Yeah.
and then Lukaku to equalize, and then Mateta to score.
That's in your dreams.
Champions, yeah?
It ain't gonna happen, Ram.
Mateta.
FC. We're not like
Ram.
you guys, bro.
Ram, respect the world champions, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah,
world
respect the world
and champions of
Yeah,
Europe.
you had to bow down to
Back-to-back
us for the last
champions.
5 seasons, bro.
Champions, respect the folks.
You
Last
had to
5
bow down to
seasons,
us for the last
we've
5
won.
seasons. Well done.
You guys only started lifting trophies after how long?
I mean,
Yeah.
when was
Come
the
on,
last
bro.
time you won the Prem?
After a 7-year project, they started.
Hey yo,
Yeah,
Rams,
man.
I've
We're bringing a
got
new
a
manager
thing
and
for
we
you.
win the Prem. We're bringing a new manager. and
Rams,
we
can
win
I
the
ask you a
Prem.
question, right?
Please tell
When's
me
the last time?
what is your
When's the
manager
last
done?
time you lifted an FA Cup?
Never.
When's the last time you lifted a League Cup as well? They've
Well,
all
we're
been
talking
from
about major
decades,
trophies,
man.
Major trophies.
We're bringing a new
my
manager.
boy.
We lifting
Yeah,
trophies.
exactly, bro. You contradict your logic. You either call the FA Cup League Cup small.
What our
Or
squad
you
wasn't
either-
good enough to challenge for all 4
Stop
trophies, and
making
now it
excuses.
is.
Your squad, Rams. You had a big squad and you still can't win nothing.
Anyway,
Clippers won
I
2
need to take
trophies.
another
We'll see
back
on the
in-
27th.
1
We'll see
year.
on the
I'm not
27th,
sitting
and he'll
around
hush
there.
you
Guys,
all
We're
your
gonna
gums,
thrash
bro.
you on
Salah
in
and
the
Mane
League
Smash
Cup
FC.
the
final.
like button. Let's get them likes up.
If Salah
Subscribe.
and Mane FC, you better be scared for the
We
27th. man.
are 3 away for 4.4k subscribers. So before you leave, if you're not subscribed, 150 of you here, hit that smack subscribe button, hit that bell notification button, because that'll let you guys know when we go live as well, guys. I'll be back though. I'll definitely be back for the match reaction to the Palace game. So I'll keep you up to date as of when that will be as well. It'll probably be Sunday. But big up everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hit the likes, leave a comments below, and let us know your score predictions as well. And we'll be back very soon. Peace out, guys.